The immortal John Hancock here, and today I'd like to talk about video game debates. You know, we've all experienced them, we've all been in them. I've heard a lot lately, and it's been on my mind and thought I'd talk about it. So, you know, we are a very, very diverse gaming group, and you know, there's gamers around the world, young, old, something in between. We all like different things. We all are passionate. I mean, that's one thing about gamers I love, is that, you know, we love our hobby, and it's great to see. I think some of the challenges, though, is sometimes we get so passionate and so fired up about what we're into that we want other people to agree with us, and that's a problem. And so I'm talking today about video game debates, and sometimes maybe some things that I've heard, and just ways to deal with talking with others that may not share our perspectives. And so I don't know what it is, if it's the recent election, or it's just in general. It's just the gaming as whole, like pretty much everybody, we're kind of fractured right now, and that's okay. I mean, there's different pockets of people that like this and different pockets of people like that. But recently, I've just noticed a lot of bickering, and it's kind of annoying. And I just wanted to kind of talk about how to deal with it, and just ways to debate video games with someone else. Now, as you know, there are a ton of things out there to debate. The things that I often hear about are what's the best console to game on, the best way to play in a game, like, you know, TV screen, or CRT, or RGB, or Sega versus Nintendo, or Nintendo versus Sony, or, you know, Microsoft versus Nintendo. You know, which is VR a gimmick? Is the Switch gonna fail? Is the Switch is gonna be the best thing ever? Nintendo Switch is gonna save Nintendo. Digital downloads are terrible. Physical media is the only way to go. The list goes on and on and on. And I've talked about some of these things on my channel. And the things I'm talking about, I fall into the same problems sometimes too. I'm not above anything that I'm talking about. And I think that's sometimes some of the problem, is that when we have a debate, when we are passionate about something, how we're trying to get someone sold on a particular game or a system, or maybe just want somebody to agree with us, there's some things that we need to remember when we have a debate with someone. And I think it's important to know that we are all biased when we have a debate. We sometimes think we are the truth, the light, the way to be, with our perspective, and it's just not, it doesn't work that way. I think that's the first thing to remember on a debate. When you're debating something with somebody, especially video game related, that it's best not to try to get into the right and wrong of a debate. A debate is a debate, and if you respect somebody, if you want to have an honest conversation with somebody, it's good to not fall into that category, because once you get into the right and wrong debate with somebody about a particular RPG, or, you know, it could be anything, you know, talking about the N64, whether or not you think it's a good system or not. It's all opinion. And when you start telling someone that their opinion is wrong or right, and that might, you know, it goes out the door, and people don't listen. You know, that's the other thing when you're having a debate with somebody, is that an honest debate with somebody has to be with two people that are willing to listen to one another, because otherwise shouldn't have the debate, because the debate is going to end bad. It's going to be someone walking away, or someone being like, okay, I don't want to hear it. And so it's important to know that when you're having a video game debate with somebody, it has to be done in a civil manner. It needs to avoid personal attacks too. Once someone starts calling out someone or something they believe in and then using derogatory language or things, that automatically is going to make that person not listen anymore. Because if you're not respecting the person you're having a conversation with, there's no reason to have it. It's good to use this type of language. Like, for me, in my opinion, from my perspective, those are important when you're having a debate, because when we're sharing our opinion and our perspective, that is exactly what it is. It's our perspective, our opinion. And for a lot of people, some people don't understand that they'll say, this is not a game console. And they'll say a blanket statement like that. Instead of understanding, it's like, well, that's your opinion, man. Quoting the Big Lebowski. And so, I think it's important to know stuff like that, because, our perspective, our experiences, what we've gone through in our lives molds and shapes our opinions. And that in itself, asking someone else to share the same thing sometimes is difficult, because it's not going to happen. And so, getting away from black and white. And black and white, black and white thinking is more difficult for people, especially like people on the spectrum. And it's important to know that debates shouldn't be black and white, because it doesn't work that way. And people really get caught up into wanting to get people to agree with them 100%, or get this, and that's different from sharing your opinion of something and allowing someone to see your perspective. And it's really hard. It's hard. Having a civil video game debate is not the easiest thing, but it also takes two mature people willing to listen to one another. And I've heard a lot lately, and it's been on my mind. I have such a wide range of people that watch my channel, and it's awesome. I love the fact that people around the world are watching my videos, and that's great. But there's also, it's important to know that I get a lot of people and some people disagree with what I say on my channel. It's just opinion. I'm not above anything else. I don't have some secret knowledge about things. I just like to share my opinion, and that's that. I don't expect everybody to agree with it. Why I like a particular thing, why I like the Ouya, or why I like the Retron 5 or something. I know those things aren't perfect. I know those things. I don't expect people to like them like I do. It's just my perspective and my opinion. And so I've heard a lot of feedback, good and bad, about many things that I've talked about on my channel in the last year and a half, since I've really started to ramp up my videos and do them every week. And so I just wanted to share this about video game debates. It's been on my mind. It's just, gosh, I love this hobby. I love video games. I love gaming. I also love collecting. It's important to know that for me, I like collecting just as much as I like gaming. And I know that, the things in my game room, 90% of them I can just play the ROM. And for me, in my opinion, that's not the same as having physical media. I'm a collector, and so just playing something doesn't just do it for me. I like to collect things, and I don't expect other people to understand that. It's just what works for me. And I get that. That's one example of things I hear all the time. And it's just, it is what it is, and just thought I'd share it. So anyways, what are things that you debate with your friends or others, and what are things that you've heard or get tired of, or comment below the debates that you often get with your friends. We'll start there. We'll start positive. And thank you so much for all the views, the comments. I do try to read as many as I can. I do want to say that any personal attacks, anything anything that's really that gets kind of out of line, I'm going to delete from my comments section. So also, I don't allow other links to other channels on my comments. That's another thing that I'm not going to be doing on my channel. If you want to, put a link to something, your channel or something, my comment place is not for that. So anyways, thank you so much. This is the Immortal John Hancock doing 2 videos a week, one on Thursdays and one on Sundays. I also have a Patreon account. I also take donations. I have so much to upload. I'm really excited about some future videos. Take care. See you next week.